So, I'm not going to worry about technology today, but primary driving forces. And you can download this presentation probably in better form than it is right now. But primary driving forces. Number one, the digital advertising opportunity. For those of you, how many people in the audience are in advertising, maybe traditional or some form of advertising? Anybody in the audience know how big the global advertising market is in dollars? $600 billion. So, you know, when you're talking about dollars today, that's not 2011, by the way, that's today. $600 billion. Now, the U.S. is $300 billion. So the U.S. is about half of the global marketplace. That's a lot of money to leave on the table. So obviously, why are these big players trying to get involved? Number one, they can. But more importantly than that is a lot of the properties now for advertising are digital. So you have to know a lot about the digital space, where people are. The other thing is they have the technology today. One of my last presentations, I think I said by 2008, 80% of the households will have broadband. And that's true. It's 2007, and that's probably true today. So because of that, it's changing the way people consume their media. We also have the software. So we have the technology for not only serving the ads. Pay-per-click, for example, is an ad-serving network where you can actually serve ads, track your ads, and track your return on investment. It's all about the dollars. It's all about, am I going to take this piece of advertising, put it somewhere, and then measure the results, and then see how successful I am. Am I going to be getting that return on investment? The other thing that plays a role here is that not only do you need to know how to use that ad-serving software, and basically it's going to be open to all, so that's, i.e. the masses will be able to use these tools. The downside, of course, is that you have to be able to understand the tools, where they fit in, and how to maybe even modify or add other pieces of software to it to customize it so that you can really use them. There's a lot of free stuff out there, but some of us know that just doing a pay-per-click program, for example, may not be the right solution for your company, or you may be using it incorrectly. We find all the time, just as a little example, we find all the time that clients come to us with a pay-per-click program in place, and we analyze that program. We say, okay, you're spending X number of dollars, you're doing these words, but did you realize that, number one, you may be leaving this much on the table because you're using the wrong words. The other thing is that you may be having the wrong ad. For example, they have 3 types of matches. I'm not going to get into that now, but you may be using the wrong match, therefore getting the wrong traffic. Your landing page may be bad, so therefore your message isn't. So it's so complicated that they say pay-per-click doesn't work. I mean, my point is they make the wrong decision as far as a marketing tool because they don't understand what the analytics are trying to tell them. And instead of readjusting their program and doing it correctly and getting the ROI that they deserve, they're not doing that, so therefore they throw out the whole tool and say it doesn't work. So that's what you really need. Now, the other thing that I was saying is, why is Microsoft, and I said this before on the other slide, why is Microsoft getting so concerned? Well, Google's giving away all of their software free. So now you can have software that deals with Excel, like spreadsheets. You can deal with analytics. You can deal with, everything that's possible. Google is giving away free. So that's really eating away into Microsoft's core business because they sell software, they sell licensing. If everything gets free, then how are they going to make their money? And we all know how Google made their money. And for some of you that have been at some of my other presentations, you realize that Google probably didn't want to get into ads. They didn't want to charge for ads at all. And they were sort of backdoored into it, and of course it's become the biggest thing, in the world, so it's unbelievable.